right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, June 20th. Guys, we've got some exciting upcoming things I want to talk about a little bit. If you haven't been paying attention, July 1st on Amazon Prime, The Terminal List by Jack Carr. Jack Carr is a New York Times best-selling author. He's wrote the whole series of The Terminal List. He's also a former Navy SEAL sniper. This Terminal List is an incredible book. It's an incredible series. Again, coming out July 1st on Amazon Prime. We are very lucky. We are currently setting up right now to set up an interview with Jack Carr. We're excited to hear what he has to say, excited to hear the journey of getting this book from the book to the TV screen, so we're super excited for him. Also, Ray Mendoza, who is lead technical advisor and former Navy SEAL. Ray's been in movies like Lone Survivor, the technical advisor, Active Valor. He did an amazing job in that movie. He's going to be coming on to talk a little bit, do an interview with us and tell us a little bit about how that went. And then probably for myself, I am most excited because we are going to have my brother, Jared Shaw, who plays Boozer. Boozer's his call sign. He plays Boozer in the upcoming Terminal List series. He is also co-producer, a former Navy SEAL, but more importantly, he's my little brother, and I am super proud of him. He's done just a phenomenal job. He's just somebody I really look up to, and I'm excited to get to sit down and tell his story of becoming a Navy SEAL and ending up on, going from that to Amazon Prime series and all the other things that he's accomplished. So I'm very excited. Stay tuned. You'll start seeing stuff from us on that. But the Terminal List is coming up. You better be ready. You don't want to get on their list. Now that said, my friend, welcome to the show. For those that don't know who you are, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you're here with.
Well, my name's Joseph Capers, and I'm here with the 361 Pop-Up Shops, a new business that we're looking to open here in town.
Well, outstanding. Well, first off, thank you for coming in. I'm certainly glad to have you. I saw this, and I thought this was a unique little concept, especially with this heat wave we've got going on.
Right.
And there's 114, real feel, and all that. I'm not feeling that. So I saw this, and I thought it was a great idea. Talk to me a little bit about what 361 Pop-Up Shops is.
Well, it's a, I guess most people are gonna put it back at Flea Market.
Yes, sir.
And so what happened was, my wife, Nympha, who is a Victoria native, and by the way, I'm not a Victoria native, but like they said, I got here as quick as I could.
Good, well, we're glad to have you, regardless. I'm not either, but they welcome me as well, so good to have you.
And so with a little pressure to try to move back home, because of an illness that she suffers from mold exposure.
Okay.
And so she was a hairdresser and no longer able to do hair. So which made me had to work and had to take care of her also. So
yes,
we got her back here closer to family. So one day her daughter was having was going to do a flea market, outdoor flea market. And so she paid her deposit, paid the money for all of the goods and all of that, and it rained out.
Go figure, huh? Go figure.
Couldn't get the money back, couldn't return the merchandise. So she was explaining to her mother, hey, here's what happened, I'm really disappointed. And so she went to bed on it, woke up and said, you know what, I had a dream last night. And she says, why don't we just do an indoor flea market in Victoria? It's like, well, we were living in League City at the time, and I was working at the time.
You know where we live, right?
You got this.
Yes, sir.
And so then the place where I was working shut down. Mm-hmm. And I'd always told her, I said, when I'm no longer working, I'll move you home so you can be with family. So all of those excuses left, and so we ended back here, and so we drove around town, spent a day driving around town looking for places, and we ran across 2504 North Florent. And we said, well, that's the old Bell's department store, probably out of our reach, but let's make a phone call, make an offer. And so we did that, and the landlords worked with us, and we got a nice deal to go in there. And so we started building booths. So we have a 56-room building, indoor flea market that we're going to open. And I think what everybody says they're loving about it, you mentioned it earlier, the heat. Say, hey, we've been outside in the heat with the water on top of us, drinking all day, getting dehydrated. Well, they no longer have to do that.
What a blessing.
We have internet service in the building so they can connect. That was the other thing they had complained about. And then they'll never be rained out or never too hot.
No, and I shoot, we need the rain, but I know the sentiment where you're going. But no, I think it's brilliant because, I mean, it's only June and we're already breaking all these heat records, having all these 100-degree days when, Victoria's just preheating still. And we're not even to our hot season yet. We haven't even peaked yet. And that's kind of scary, Yeah, and so moving it all indoors, brilliant. I don't know why it took us so long. I'm glad you guys came up with that because I don't think anybody wants to be outside right now, and I know the people that are having to shut down early around 11 or 12 because that heat will just knock you on your rear end.
Right.
So where are you all at in the process? What are you needing? Do you still need vendors? Or are you set on your vendors? What can the community do to come out and support this and make sure you guys are a success?
Well, we still do need vendors. Like I said, we have 56 spots available.
Okay.
40 of them are filled so far.
Outstanding.
And actually, that's not without opening.
Wow.
So there is a big interest in it.
Sir.
And so we still can use some vendors, and we're accepting all vendors. We have a lot of clothing vendors right now, or woodwork, tumblers, candles. So we have a variety of people that are in there.
Outstanding. Once this thing gets, I know this Saturday, the 25th, is going to be the grand opening. What is your schedule on? How does that normally? Is it a Monday to Friday thing? Is it a weekends deal? What's the normal operating schedule of this 361 pop-up shop's going to be?
Well, we're going to do a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
10 to 6 Friday and Saturday, and 11 to 6 on Sunday.
Outstanding. Will that be an every weekend thing?
And that's it. That'll be every weekend.
Roger that. How can people follow this, or if they do want to be a vendor, they do want to be, get some more information, where can they reach out to you guys? Where is all the information located at?
We do have a Facebook page set up for 361 Pop-Up Shops and Events. So they can go there and get our contact information. They can feel free to stop by 2504 North Laurent. We're there usually from 8:30 to 4:30 right now, putting everything together. The old Bell
Yes,
building.
sir. Yes, sir. What am I forgetting to tell people? Is there anything I'm forgetting? I love this concept, taking an old building, turning it into something new, getting people out of the heat, and then the fact that you've already got over 40 vendors, that's spectacular, and I'm glad to hear that this seems like something where local really helps local, and everybody kind of uplifts and helps each other here.
Yeah, and I think the other great thing about it is, once they sign the lease and come in, they leave their merchandise there. So there is no breaking.
Safe and secure.
It's safe and secure location. So they don't have to break down every day, take it home and bring it back. They put it in.
That's nice.
And
That's
it
nice.
just stays there for the
who
weekend.
wants to load and unload and load and unload over and over again?
So those were the things we did. We went to Corpus, down to the Trade Center, spoke with them, did a walkthrough, went to the Flea Market Houston. We went to a couple of them in Dallas and just kind of looked what they did and just took those best practices and just brought them back to Victoria.
That sometimes there's no reason to reinvent the wheel if you can glean the wisdom from somebody that's been ahead of you and see what they're doing right and tweak it a little bit for yourself. I see the wisdom in that, and so well, we appreciate you, my brother. I thank you so much for coming on, and I wish you the best of luck. That grand opening again is this Saturday, 10 to 6 at 2504 North Laurent, the old Bells building. Anything else, my friend, that I'm forgetting?
No, everybody come out to see us. We're planning a car show that Saturday. We'll have some food trucks out there. We do have a sister-in-law that has a building right across the street, and I think she's having food trucks there also. So it's going to be a block party on Laurent Street.
Come hungry, huh?
There you go.
Come hungry. Well, we certainly do. Again, thank you so much for coming on. Think of us in the future. If anything comes up, you need some eyes on it, give us a call, and we might just sneak over and do a little shopping there.
Yep, come see us.
Yes, sir. Guys, we'll take a quick break for our sponsor and be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
Marketing today can be complex. Emails, customer relationship management, lead tracking, landing pages, and text messaging. But what if you could do it all with just one tool? And what if there was an agency behind the solution that could do it with you? Or better yet, do it for you? Introducing Thrive Fuel 360, the new do-it-for-you digital marketing solution. Drive leads, nurture prospects, automate follow-up, connect with your audience, and book appointments all in one place. Thrive Fuel 360.
All right, guys, we are back. Today's a little bit shorter of a show. One of our guests was not able to make it in because of an emergency, but we get our favorite back again, and I'm always so happy to have you, and I appreciate you coming in. And this time, you guys got a whole different show that I'm pretty excited for.
Absolutely.
This one's different than what we normally talk about and all the kids' interaction and all that learning stuff. This just sounds like fun. And so,
it's a blast.
tell me, or wait, let me back up here. Tell them who you are first,
Sure.
and then tell them about this awesome event coming up.
Sure. Well, I'm Liz. I'm with the Children's Discovery Museum. And we have, usually I come on for events that are happening in the museum. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
something that's outside the museum. It's a wonderful event. We are a nonprofit partner that is helping to present the Grand Ol Americana Show. And it's happening this Sunday at 4 p.m. at the matinee at the Welder Center.
Well,
So.
I don't know much about this, but I'm excited to hear about it because I see that the Grand Ol Production Company is doing this.
Yes.
And tell me who they are. Why is this so exciting? Why are we so lucky to have this thing, and why do we need to get to it?
Well, we got connected with the Grand Ol, Will Hearn and the Grand Ol Production Company last November to kind of help present their Christmas production that they have. It was kind of a last minute addition. We jumped in to help out, and it turned out to be one of the most fun, exciting holiday show that I've ever seen. Watching the cast and the crew do their thing on stage, you could tell that they truly have a passion and a love for music and performing and set design. I mean, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. A very, really great show, great crowd. So when he reached out to me and said, "Hey, we have this Americana one. It's very July 4th. It's really about nostalgic, old-timey road tripping, backyard barbecues, just this real nostalgic summertime show." We couldn't pass it up. I have actually heard that the Americana show is even better than the Christmas show, so I'm really excited to see what they got on Sunday.
The more America you put into something, just by
Absolutely.
default, you're automatically doing better. But
Absolutely.
that was what I saw when I saw the Grand Ol Americana Show. That was the first thing I thought is this feels nostalgic. Like
It is. It is.
You know, and to come around the 4th of July, and you know, I would argue that right now we're getting away from the nostalgic things that make us so special. And you know, and I just read through her quick. You know, the Grand Ol Americana Show is a tribute to the original traditional family-truckster-holiday-roading, red-blooded, two-fisted, Route 66-inch, all-American suburb celebrating culture, comedy, and music that defines the nostalgia of America.
Absolutely. And
Wow.
I am fully confident that they will deliver on every single one of those.
You know, half those
They are
bullet
so much
points
fun.
would have been a winner.
Yeah,
and
all of them.
Yeah, and you put them all together, and I noticed their radio is 1776 AM. I happen to be a big fan of 1776 stuff, and the
But yeah, the
All
whole
America
show takes place kind of a retro feel, like an old-timey variety show. Like, you know, when people used to gather around their radios and listen to stories instead of cell phones and TikToks and videos. It's very much kind of geared towards an old nostalgia radio show. So
But on that
it's
note,
fun.
I'm gonna get in trouble for how I say this, but it's not just for old people.
Oh,
This is
absolutely not.
across the.
Absolutely
You don't
not.
got to be old and I need something nostalgic. No, this is the best of the years that have passed.
It's for
and
the
bringing it up.
whole family. Grandma, grandpa, kids, everybody should come and see this.
You know, and I
It's a
still
blast.
think some of the older, 50s, 60s and stuff like that, they had all the best music anyway.
Absolutely.
And
I don't know what the set list looks like, but I'm really hoping there's some American Pie going on.
I don't know how there couldn't be. It's the 4th of July,
Don, come on.
and
we need some of that.
But no, I think this is such a cool deal. And again, you're right. Normally things are held at the Children's Discovery Museum. And if you haven't been to the Children's Discovery
Come check us
Museum,
out.
go check them out. Like they're awesome up there. And I swear we are getting my son up to the music things.
Absolutely.
We're working his nap time now with y'all,
Yeah.
but he'll be coming there. But this one is exciting because it's not at the Children's Discovery. It's at the Leo J. Welder Center for Performing Arts. And again, that's this Sunday, June 26th. Where can they look this event up and find their tickets and info, or if they have questions? Where's all that information located?
They can reach out to me directly, but the weldercenter.org has the ticket sales, and then I think GOPD Productions, I'll have to look up Geo Productions or...
Yeah, I see here that
think
you can
that's
grab
their
your tickets
website.
there at GoShowProductions.com. GoShowProductions.com. Yeah,
yes.
we'll do that.
That's the other one, but the Welder Center as well has a link to it, and it's so much fun. Like I said, you can really tell that these artists have a passion for their craft on stage, and they're having fun up there, so naturally the audience has to have fun as well. So it's
I don't see how you miss with this show.
No,
like I don't see how you miss it. And it's, as we've talked about earlier on the show, it's way too hot to be outside right now to do stuff. Get inside, enjoy that air conditioning.
It's a perfect Father's Day gift. It really is.
It is.
Get your tickets.
That is a
it's
good
next
call.
weekend, so you celebrate Father's Day this weekend, and then come show.
Give them a gift for next weekend, and set up,
it's
good
the gift
to go.
That keeps giving.
So way to go. Anything I'm forgetting?
To buy your tickets. Tickets are going fast. We want a sold out show. We had a sold out show Christmas time. We'd love to have a sold out show.
And if they screwed up Father's Day and they didn't get their dad a gift this past Sunday, then you can save it. Just pretend like they weren't in the mail yet or something, and go get these tickets to this show. GoShowProductions.com. Yes.
Yeah, and we are still looking for sponsors. So if any corporations or organizations would like to sponsor, reach out to me, and I can. Includes recognition,
absolutely,
comp tickets, all of that kind of stuff.
Well, and I would encourage in any business that, especially if you kind of want to grow through giving, and you want to go through helping people that help enrich the arts in our community. Children's Discovery is a great one to get behind, and this specific event, more importantly, back them, because if we don't show up for these things, if we don't buy these tickets, if we don't deliver as sponsors, we will lose these things. And so make sure you go check it out. Again, it is this Sunday, June 26th at 4 p.m. at the Welder Center, but you can make sure you get your tickets before at GoShowProductions.com, or go to Children's Discovery Museum Facebook page. You can see the event on there. Anything else I'm forgetting, or
just come see me.
Come see
me
her
at the museum too.
And she's actually just pretty good to talk to. So just stop on by and go meet her. Yeah, she does a great job. And so thank you once again for coming on. Thanks for all these great events that you're doing. The Grand Ol Americana Show, Sunday, June 26th at 4 p.m. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you support all of our sponsors. We want to back them. We want to support them. And again, tune in, because we've got the Terminal List stuff coming up. Author Jack Carr, New York Times bestselling author Ray Mendoza, and then my favorite, Jared Shaw. So, guys, we'll see you at the next one.
Hey, I'm Cindy Staley, and today we're doing something really fun. We've got studs that our community has purchased and sponsored, and they've written their names on them. This is something that we want you to participate in with us. Our studs cost us $8 a piece now, but you can be a sponsor for just $100 a stud. It's really a way for you to partner with our families, but when they walk in and they know that the community has partnered with them, it makes all the difference in the world. Please join us, won't you?
Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.